debt to GDP ratio and the energy crisis, the way your government, according to the critics, has failed in trying to deal with it, because even for the last 3 years, or if not close to 3 years, we've been in.
We will always let Ghanaians know and believe if promises, as they are going around promising, they were very, very, very truthful. I think we would have had railway to Navrango by now, because that was their
yeah, I remember. 2000. Yes.
Yes.
It was. Yeah.
And they say all slums will be sky-rising buildings.
But it's not everything in your manifesto that you're able to.
That is what I'm saying. You see, when you are analyzing situation, when you have been there, you must know. When it comes to debt to GDP, they said they borrow less, so they develop less.
We didn't develop less.
Let me go to Northern region. Tell me what concrete thing you can boast in the Northern region in the 8 years that you have done that we can say yes.
What can you boast of in?
It's a stadium, only stadium they put out.
Have I said we didn't do anything?
No.
Can 2008?
No. Yes, can 2008.
Only stadium.
That is used occasionally. I'm not saying it is not beneficial. It helps. But let me tell you, within this year, Bupe Tamale Road, go and travel. You've been traveling on it. Damango Fufulso Sula Road. The flag bearer, Walwale to Gambaga. The hospital, Tamale Teaching Hospital, go and look at it. Go to the airport and see what is going there. Apart from that, go down and see the number of cheap compounds, educational infrastructure.
Well, that time they were.
These are major. No, I'm talking. First of all, the major projects that you can say that yes, we have benefited, like the Bupe Tamale.
So that's why. That's why you think borrowing is good.
If we borrow and look at rural electrification. In my constituency,
well, they did rural electrification.
Let me tell you statistics. Between 2000 and 2008, rural electrification increased from 43% to 55%. And that is 12% increase for within 8 years. Between 2009 to date, it increased from 55% to 80.1%.
And your argument is?
That is over 25%.
And your argument is that's good investment.
And I want to relate it back to the Northern region. How many communities have benefited? We brought light to Damongo constituency.
Where did you get the money from?
In 97, NDC won. They came to power. We can't boast of 2-3 communities that have benefited from rural electrification. Come and look today. Next year we'll roll out. And I believe about 98% of the communities in Damongo will be covered.
You're doing this.
That is what the people are looking for. The people are not interested. You borrow money because you go and borrow money to bring electricity, to bring health, to build the roads. Don't go. Let us be in our darkness. Then you can boast that you only borrow 9 billion and tell somebody
there's
that.
Good argument you make.
You see?
But
at the end of the day, what infrastructure are you putting in place?
But how consistently do you give lights to communities or electricity supply to communities in which you can maintain consistent supply on the national grid?
That has come, as the president indicated. He's going to fix it. I had a discussion with Ada, and it became evident and clear that the only time they put out a power plan.
Who is Ada? You mean the former?
The former Honorable Ada. Yeah, Joseph Ada. The only time they came to Parliament and put a plan in respect of generation was in June 2007. After they have been in power for over 6 years. That they thought that it was necessary to put a plan for generation. And no wonder in the 8 years, they added only 18 megawatts. Knowing very well that the annual demand is 10% every year. From 2001, you have left it.
So now you're blaming the NPP for
No, I'm not blaming. You see, the president said...
You are saying the
president said as a leader, you must accept both assets and liabilities. And that is why he has promised he will fix it. And the results is coming out. And I heard my honorable flag bearer, Alhaji Baumia, saying that
they installed
running mates.
Yes.
They installed capacity 293 megawatts, and therefore there was no need. It should go back. There was no need. We should be in Dumso. One, he should interpret between install, because no generator can work 100% efficient. That is one aspect. Two, he should look at those that are natural fuels, will depend on hydrology, that is water. For example, Akosombo, instead of generating 1,020, is generating about 500. So 500 megawatts is off.
So you're saying that even though we have installed capacity,
it is some of them naturally. There is nothing we can do. Once the hydrology
so that's why we're now augmenting.
Two, you take a Bui, it generates 400. We are generating about 200. Take it out. The balance, take it out from that. We have Pong. So if you look at the various items, and the third one is, most of our generating plants are over 15 years. So there is frequent maintenance.
You have to
some of them unplanned. So when you say this, that is why we said that we want to increase it in such a way that we have enough reserve. Emre has come in 250 very soon with Joen. Car Power is coming in. Asogli will come in with almost 180 megawatts. Emre is 250 megawatts. Car Power is 225. But they are afraid. I know why the running mate attacked
so let me ask you this. Because
they are afraid that
by next year, let's say by October next year, things would have been better as far as power supply is concerned than we're having now.
But what is being rolled out?
Things will be way better.
Way better. We'll have net export. But the most important thing is that we must have to meet the margin and then have other plants down.
Okay.
And with what is being rolled out, 250 plus 225, that is 475, plus 180, that is almost over 600. And our load shedding ranges between 300 megawatts and 600 megawatts.
It's okay.
So it will cover it,
you are killing
and
the
more
topic.
will
It's
come
okay.
in.
Okay. You know, he's a member of the Mines and Energy Committee. He's a member of the Mines and Energy Committee.
He's the vice chairman.
So he's always able to put stamps on many of the issues of energy. But yes, you think they'll be overflogged. You wanted to add, my time is up. But I know that the committee. I know that the committee was also looking at the payment of ex gratia to some other management members who no more are with the GMPC, and officials of the GMPC appeared before your committee.
Yes.
Can you just give me a gist?
Yeah, I can just give a summary because we haven't finished with our...
No, I only need a summary.
We needed one to find out whether it is ex gratia or not. And it came out that it wasn't ex gratia. We needed some documents for us ourselves to go through to be able to establish the facts. So by Monday, GMPC will submit the documents to us for us as a committee to go through it and not just listen to what they have told us. The third one is how many people are paid so far. And it came to our notice that only one of them had been paid. And he was paid somewhere in May. The other three, including Chachu, hasn't been paid yet. Okay. So these are the facts, and by Wednesday, when we gather all the documents and I've studied it and listening to everything, we'll come out with a statement.
A minute on this.
Because
he spent even less than a minute. So
this man has paddled a lot of things, but if you say a minute,
no, a minute.
What I want,
don't manage.
I'll manage a minute.
I'm giving you a minute.
Yes, what I'm saying is that look, he's talked about the car park, talk about all those things. We don't want to hear some of those things any longer.
They are rhetorics.
Even the president himself has said it, and we are not seeing top. So it's not what my good friend Mutawakil will come and say here. What we're saying is that he said first year, and we are doing almost 4 years. We say fix it for us. Look, anybody who got his child died at a hospital in an incubator should be happy when you are making efforts to restore the energy. In any case, when we handed over this country to you, we didn't have done so.
It was cosmetic solution.
Whether cosmetic or what? Why can't you bring out that cosmetic solution for us to keep?
Cosmetic solution can last.
You see, we have managed within the 8 years.
And you brought 80 megawatts.
With our 80 megawatts to provide electricity.
So that'll be it for the morning as far as the discussions on AM Talk are concerned. My guests have been Adam Mutawakilu, Member of Parliament for Damango, Vice Chairman for the Mines and Energy Committee. We know that the committee currently is looking at the subject of ex-gratia payment to some former management members of the GNPC, and I'm sure by next week, Wednesday closing, we should get an insight to this very impasse that currently is gaining a lot more topical space in the media. We also have Martin Nyimda, Member of Parliament for Pandai. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Roland.
All right, we're taking a break.